I'm Parksy.
I'm Sidekick Matty.
So, Matty, it's our first radio edition. What do you think, buddy?
Well, now people don't have to look at our faces. They can just listen to our crap.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll make a few people out there happy.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, I came down to meet Matty here, and there was a lot of people here, but he stood right out in his white Canucks jersey.
Yeah, I'm flying the colors. I still got hope for the Canucks.
Okay, Matty, so the start of the offseason, just before the trade deadline, we thought we might lose the Sedins, but they signed at the 11th hour. What do you think?
Well, it's hard to say. I think they're getting paid too much. I think the Canucks are relying on them to be their top scorers, and I just don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, I think we're paying way too much for what we're getting.
But at the trade deadline, if we had lost those two guys, who would we have?
Well, we got a second line and we got a third line, but honestly, I just don't think they can compete with the other top lines in the league.
Well, I really think we're missing that guy with the Sedins. Burrows, he did a heck of a job, but I don't know. I keep thinking a superstar on that line.
Yeah, we need a guy that can put 35 to 40 goals in the net.
While we're on that topic, we got Samuelson, and he used to play with the Sedins a couple years ago in the Olympics, and they won gold medal. He's a right-handed shot. He's had success with the Sedins. What do you think?
No, I think it might work out, but I don't think that they're going to be able to compete with Detroit's top line or San Jose's top line. I don't know. Well, not to sound negative, but that's Matty.
He may do better than Burrows. He may do better than Anson Carter ever did and stuff like this. But I still think it's the Band-Aid effect. We're still, even if he does well, I don't know. I still think, to make those Sedins really good, you have to compliment them.
I think they're going to be a good line. And
just not superstar.
They're not the big superstar that we need. We need someone that
Danny
can put,
Heatley?
like I said, 40 goals. Danny Heatley would be awesome. I know the Canucks can't afford him. They're at their cap, I think, almost now.
But maybe a trade could be made. You never know.
But maybe a trade could be made.
The rumors are either him or Kessel for Boston.
Yeah, I'd rather see Heatley, but myself.
Yeah, definitely more proven.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Trade deadline came, and Olin went to Tampa. What do you think?
You know what? I always liked Olin. I didn't want to see him go.
Do you know when I was disappointed with the Olin thing? That I never even heard that the Canucks gave him an offer. Even $1 million. I know obviously he wouldn't sign for that, but just out of respect, do you think?
I don't know. He's just been on the Canucks for... forever, yeah.
The trade a couple of days ago that brought us Urquhart, and we signed Snyder.
Yeah, and you know what? I was pretty happy about Snyder.
Urquhart,
yeah. But Snyder, I remember him on Montreal, and he's getting older, but he's proven himself, and I think he's going to add a lot of depth to the defense.
Do you know how we won out Snyder? I don't know if you heard about it, but basically it was an arm wrestle between him and Chris Chelios, and Snyder, being younger, a couple years, won it out.
Well, Chelios, no offense to anybody that's American, but...
he has the same kind of face as Matty, a good face for radio.
Oh, yeah. Well, when you're ugly like Matt,
Just bugging, Matty, just bugging. Anyway, we got this superstar goalie, Corey Snyder, in the minors that's, maybe not a superstar, but you know what? He's done his time. Isn't it time for him to come up instead of Toilet Bowl?
I think it is. No, I think he's a hotshot young goalie, and I think he's going to be a lot of success in the league. Now, hopefully he stays with the Canucks. Our goaltending and the Canucks is no problem at all.
So speaking of Luongo, normally, he can handle 70 games per year kind of thing. This year with the Olympics, what can we expect from him?
I think we're going to see his best season. I honestly think so.
Do you think he needs to take a few more games off because he's going to be playing that whole Olympic? I mean, realistically, he's probably going to be playing up to 100 games now. I don't know.
No, I think he's the best goalie in the world, so I think he can handle it.
Jeez, you got a Luongo jersey on or what? Best goalie in the... Yeah. He doesn't have a Stanley Cup or nothing.
Yeah, well, when you play for Florida, and honestly, you play for the Canucks. Canucks, we always seem to be rebuilding. Honestly, I'm getting a little sick of it.
Well, you know what? I think we're done rebuilding.
Yeah, well, I hope so. I don't know what the Canuck management, why don't they just handcuff my... wrist to my ankles and go to town on me because ticket prices go up and we never seem to get any better.
Okay, a few other topics. O'Brien signed for $1.8 million, and at the time we were really short D-men, and although it looked a little overpriced, we were desperate. But now we got 8.
Well, O'Brien, I like him. I don't think he's worth that. I think he was more in the 1.2, 1.3 range. Now, good for him for getting the money, but really, I don't expect any more out of him this season than he did last season. So, in my opinion, I don't think he was worth it.
Now for Wellwood. He went to arbitration, and 1, should he have gone to arbitration? And 2, there is no 2. What's going on there?
I don't think he should have gone to arbitration. I think he I'm starting to get the feeling that he thinks he's some superstar, and he's not. The Canucks are giving you the chance to make it in the NHL. Now, I don't think it's any time to be greedy.
Can he get that money somewhere else? Maybe, do a commercial for, I don't know, Subway?
Honestly, I don't think they rather have that Jared dude in there. But
are they still doing that, Jerry dude?
God, I hope not. I think they were, but Wellwood, I don't know. He's
got
young,
soft hands.
Yeah, and he's young and tough, and he can work hard. But I don't think you should dance around like he's Wayne Gretzky.
There's been big rumors about the Luongo extension. It's actually taken up the media lately that, Luongo has recently said that he wants the deal done by training camp or forget about it till after the playoffs.
Well, I don't know why. The Canucks should just tell him, well, we'll just do one after the season and see how things go, right? We don't know what's going to happen to Luongo. He could go to crap this year. Who knows?
The bottom line is if Luongo wants to play, he'll play. And if he doesn't, he doesn't. If we're building a team for him or around us to win the Stanley Cup, he wants to be part of it. And it looks like we're doing that. We're trying.
Yeah, and he's a lot better off here than he was on Florida.
Hodgson, who was player of the year, he beat out John Tavares. Well, we actually only have 9 games we can play with him, and then we have to decide if he gets sent back to his junior team or if he stays with the big club. I do know he's a right-handed shot, so we got 9 games with him. Do you think he can play with the Sedins?
I think it's a little early for that myself. They don't need to be babysitting the rookie, right?
I do see a future possibly with them, except I don't think he's quite big enough.
No, I don't think he is either. They need someone that's honestly,
6'10".
Yeah, we need someone big, right? And that can do the job. Now, I don't think he's the man for that.
We signed Snyder, 4-year-old Snyder, to a contract, 1.4, 1.6, I don't know. But anyway, he's coming and he's got a lot of experience and he's a good power play guy. What do you think?
No, I think he'll add a lot of depth, and I think it's just what we need, right?
So we signed him, and now suddenly we made a trade, and I think it's a great trade. We traded 2 prospects, White and somebody else I never heard of, off the Canucks, so he must be a late pick, and 4, Christian Ehrhoff, and another pretty steady D-man.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be pretty good. I was pretty worried about the defense, it's a lot better than it was. I'm still a little choked about Olin gone. But I still think we need, if they're going to get rid of the defenseman now, get rid of Salo.
Salo's got that no-trade contract.
Yeah, they never should have did that. That's what I'm talking about with the Canucks. That's what they do.
Okay, so our defense is looking, fairly decent all of a sudden. Now, what about our forwards? I am still skeptical. The Sedins, we still don't have a legit superstar forward with them. And the second line, although Kezer's doing really good, and you got Burrows.
My buddy Burrows.
I don't know.
I cannot, as it sits right now, the team we got, I'm looking at another second-round team again. And it's just starting to get annoying. We need someone that can put 35 to 40 goals in the net. That's what the Canucks need.
We need another scorer.
Yeah, and not to bash the boys, but that just seems to be the way the Canuck management works.
We need someone that can win games for us. We need that goal in overtime. We need that guy. Okay, this has been our first edition of the Parksy's Corner Radio Edition. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you hear this somewhere, give us a shout. What do you think, Matty?
Yeah, no, I think it's been pretty good. Hopefully you guys don't mind listening to our crap all day, but it's been all right. I'm sorry.
CanucksNews.ca. CanucksNews.ca.
Yeah, CanucksNews.ca.
You can go have your smoke now.
I can go have a smoke now.
Go Canucks, go.
Go Canucks, go.